Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. You're watching this live on the Texas Golf Insider Network. Dave is going to be joining here right after the break, so good to have him back again. We have a great show for you tonight, too. Doug DeBerry, he's the creator and founder of the REAPER putter. He's going to join us tonight. And folks, listen, if you've never heard of the REAPER putter, you want to stick around for that. It is the strangest looking, one of the best putters I think I put in my bag. And there's a very good chance it's going to stay there. Made some putts over the weekend and pretty happy with that. But you want to stick around for that one for sure. And then at the turn, we have Texas Marketing Director Pat Wheeler. He's going to join us tonight as well. He's had his own experience with the REAPER putter, so we'll get some feedback from him. Hey, and then the Scottish Open starts tomorrow, man. Who's your pick? See if I can get one out of Dave. And then my favorite next week is the British Open. And the fall edition of the Texas Golf Insider is now in the market. So we have a lot of golf talk to talk about, and it starts right after the breaks. Go grab yourself a cold one. Stick around. It's Golf After Hours. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Golf After Hours. Mike Ratchman here. Dave Roberts, what is going on, man?
Hey, how's everything, Ratch? Just hanging in there. Another day in paradise. Beautiful South Texas, golf everywhere. It doesn't get any better than this.
Now, I tell you what, it's getting a little warm, Dave. We dodged summer for as long as we could, and it's here.
Yeah, it's a little steamy and warm, but you know what? With all the rain, that made it a little bit humid, but they're still packed. I went out down to San Pedro in the middle of the day the other day, and you couldn't find a spot on the driving range. And of course, inside the bar was air conditioned and full. So yeah.
Yeah, they got a pretty good pour down there too. Very good pour down there.
Oh yeah, boy.
Been there, done that one. Yeah, hey, I hope everybody out there had a great 4th of July. No, I did. Man, the whole country went crazy good for 250, and we were in it, man. I'll tell you what, Dave, I have never felt so patriotic in my whole life. I couldn't stop smiling at the fireworks because everybody outdid themselves than what they normally would do. I mean, over in our place, we had 2 finales, if you can imagine that. I mean, just way too much fun. We floated the river, and everybody was flagging. Everybody's giving high five, happy 250. It was pretty cool up there. It really was.
Man, you know, God, it's fantastic. 250 years. Man, God, I remember it was like yesterday. I was wearing a wig and writing with a feather quill pen. And now look at us, all this innovation after 250 years. I'm starting to feel a little old.
I'll tell you what, you look marvelous.
Thank you. You know, it's the oil of Olay. And I lost the wig a long time ago. So
the oil of Olay, guys. Hey, and while we were doing all that stuff, man, the John Deere couldn't have gotten any more fun to watch. And you got to feel really bad for Ben Coles.
I mean, not really, because if you take a look, if Max Homa doesn't shoot 7 under and the winner got her up doesn't shoot 9 under, they're going to go into a playoff. Hodges, Glover, and him. And, you know, that would be more like Glover would probably have come out because Ben he just couldn't get it in the hole. And, you know, it happens that way sometimes.
Well, you know what? I was watching it all afternoon. I got locked in after the river on Saturday. Ava and I we're done. Hey, we just set some AC. We're supposed to have some people come over to the pool that were floating with us, and they say, "Hey, man, you don't mind if we pass? We've had enough outside." And I kind of forgot it. So I just planted myself and watched the whole afternoon. And I tell you what, he got her up. I mean, he played phenomenal. But you know something? I want to go back to Ben Coles. When I was watching Ben, and he was so smooth, taking his time, walking on over, wiping his club on the 18th hole. That last one, he got up there, didn't do his regular routine, and boom, and everybody, I wasn't the only one who said it. I was like, boy, that was pretty quick. And when you're quick, look what happens.
Well, you know, your heart rate goes 100 miles an hour. Thoughts are going through your brain, but that's when your caddy's supposed to slow you down. And it didn't happen. I will give a shout out to Mac Meisner of Bernie, Texas. He's out on tour now. He grew up in our STPGA junior program. He came tied for sixth at 17th under. He shot 7 under the last day. And so hats off to one of our local guys. Got close, but not close enough. You got to go low, man. You got to go low.
You know, I'll tell you what, he's hanging in there. His name is coming up a lot.
Yes.
And he's feeling pretty comfortable playing with these guys.
Yeah,
and,
he's always been a great stick. And, you know, went to SMU, great stick there, All-American. Can't say enough about him because he's you know, he's like John Kiefer from the area too, from Bernie. I mean, these guys are just they're great players at young ages, where back in the olden days you had to like earn your stripes, and these guys are coming out firing out of college. College is actually like the minor leagues now, so you're starting to see a lot of these young players. One that Doug Gim, who graduated from University of Texas, been on and off both tours for the last couple of years. He came in sixth too. I mean, there's a lot of good talent out there. So within the next couple of years, I mean, we're in a good spot with the PGA Tour if they just don't mess up the scheduling.
Yeah, you know, I think that's one thing that they're going to be working on, and I think you and I are going to be excited, not this year, but next year, because they got that format you and I have been talking about forever.
I still think we need to put the girls out there with all that cash, just so they can just look at, just smell that money, man.
Hey, Dave, let's 1 year at a time. We got what we wanted this time.
I know. You got
know something, Dave?
Now let's get.
And you know something, Dave? You and I talked about this. We had Brian Gathright on our show. By the way, is he still with Meisner?
He what?
Is he still coaching?
Yeah, he's over at River Crossing right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but is he still coaching Meisner?
Yeah, Meisner. Yeah, he's Mac's coach. Yeah.
Okay, so this is like, and I got to tell the story because it's like 15 years ago. Dave and I were talking about what they're going to be doing right now. And Brian Gathright was on the show that morning. And he says, I know this sounds crazy. He said, but that really sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing that's missing is the girls with a wheelbarrow full of money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, what can you say? I mean, you know, finally they listened. And if the Texas Open would get Dunkin' Donuts or Shipley's to sponsor 16 the donut hole, man, we would be batting 1,000, man. We would be batting 1,000.
Hey, buddy, I can tell you this. They really got it right this time because I will watch every match.
Yeah, because it's very interesting and it's unpredictable. This crap about 10 under starting off with baloney, man.
It is.
Can you imagine giving, you know, like back in the heyday, New England Patriots a 14-point lead and give the ball to Tom Brady and tell him, okay? I mean, it's just not going to happen.
No, well, that's why I didn't watch it. It was like, okay, I really have no interest. But now it's game on.
Yes.
Bring your game one and done. And we know what one and done is all about.
Yeah, we do.
Speaking of one and done, Adam Grove's pick got her up and won himself 1.5 against his one and done. I can't tell you.
I had got her up the first time and y'all were making fun of me. And I'm like, this guy can play.
Oh, he's got 3 wins this year.
Yeah, I know. And I was part of one of them, thank God, because I'm near the bottom. I mean, my guys make the cut and then they act like, you know, oh gosh, how to make money off the mentally ill. They should be, oh golly. I was like, you know, I had picked, who did I pick this time? I forgot who I picked. But it's like stuck in neutral. And I'm like, dude, 2 weeks ago, you were up at the top of the leaderboard. What's going on? This is one of the easier golf courses that you're playing where you got to be 20 under to win. And
yeah,
he finished about 10, 11. I mean, come on. Come on.
Well, I made a few bucks, not what I expected. I can't seem to get a jump start. You and I, either you or I are going to pay for dinner this year if Grosh keeps doing what he's doing to us, because he's kicking our ass right now.
Well, he paid the last 2 times. It's only kind of fair that you'll pay this year. So, I mean,
It would be it would be much
we're
fairer
making a
if
run
you
at
would
the
pay.
end. I got some horses still left for this week and next week. So, yeah, baby.
Well, I got a couple of them that I'm looking at right now, and I'm thinking about changing mine here, but we'll see how it all plays out. But it's going to be pretty interesting. And the British Open is right around the corner, and that's when everybody gets to play, right?
Yes, and I have my pick already for him. I've been saving him all year long.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm looking at it opens up a little bit next week because the Live Tour players, a couple of those guys come back in. And so
Mhm.
still maybe save another one. Isn't there another signature coming up after this?
Yeah, I think we got one more signature, and then this week is the Irish Genesis Open, where most of the players are already over there. They get their feet wet and go play in that.
Right now, the
A lot
Scottish
of big names in that event, and so it'll be very interesting to watch. So make sure you get your one and done pick.
Yeah, so the Scottish Open, that's not a signature.
No, it's the one before it, and they all go over there and play it.
Okay, so the British Open is the signature.
Open course, that's a major. Dude, that is a
Yeah.
major. That is the Open Championship. We'll be watching golf balls at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
I'll be up. Yeah, I'll be up in the morning, watching the second half because that thing starts at midnight or something.
I know, it's so great. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I do
And,
too.
I love that type of golf where it's nasty, windy.
Hey, let me ask you this: do you like the idea that Hatton and Rahm are got a chance to come back to the PGA?
Well, if Tyrell Hatton wins this week, I'll be on board with it. Okay, and I'm not saying anything.
I tell you what,
uh,
Hatton's a good pick. He's on my list. He's on my list
I picked him
along
for the
with.
British Open last year and got in top 5, so that was kind of cool. But if they're going to have to pay some dues, but you got 2 names. But really, they haven't done much on the Live Tour except take money. So it'll be interesting. I mean, it's kind of like Brooksy. I mean, Brooksy really hasn't done too much since he's come back.
He sure gets a lot of eyeballs, and I don't know why.
Well, because he's like, a stud muffin, got a hot wife, and he's a social media, phenom, just like Bryson DeChambeau. Bryson DeChambeau is a social media, so you get more followers, more eyes. I mean, it's kind of like it's tough being the Gummy Bear Golf Pro, see, because there's a lot of eyes because of the videos. So
Yeah.
I see where they're coming from. Now, a guy like Tyrell Hatton, who looks like the guy who works at Domino's Pizza behind the counter, he's not going to get all those eyes, And
Yeah.
John Rahm's good-looking Spaniard, got a good family, but he melts down like a popsicle in the middle of July, and the Open happens to be in July, so he'll melt down again.
Yeah, well, I've already used him and lost my ass on it, so he's out
I
of my.
think we had the same week.
Well, that's right. All of us had it the same week because it's his style of golf course, and I would not pick him for this. Now, a guy that I know can play well is Hatton, Hovland. I mean, those guys.
Well, you got that. You got Justin Rose, who could play that golf course very well. You got, Rory McIlroy. He can play it pretty well because, I mean, the Open, he just has to have one round. He always screws one round up. There are those players that are out there that can definitely make it happen, but, maybe they need a Reaper putter.
Well, we're going to find right out. Matter of fact, a nice lead into the break, baby.
Well, the reckoning's drawing near, my friend.
Hey, folks, listen, we're going to find out all about it. The man who created the Reaper putter, I find it fascinating. We're going to take our time talking with them. So if you haven't got yourself a cold one yet, it's time to do it. Grab yourself a cold Golf After Hours. We're going to go pay some bills. We'll be right after the break.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the hill country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the hill country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Texas's best-kept secret, award-winning golf just south of Houston. The Wilderness Golf Club at Lake Jackson has established itself as one of the top 5 places to play in Texas. A majestic piece of pristine property, complete with 18 holes of naturally rolling terrain, nestled in the wetlands area of Lake Jackson. With the small-town atmosphere and the big city accommodations, the Wilderness is a must-play experience. Book your tee time at thewildernessgc.com.
At Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, we love the game of golf just like you. We're here for golfers because we know golf like no one else. Since 1968, your local Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf has been the trusted partner on and off the course, providing reliable expertise you can count on. With over 60 years of experience and our legendary 90-day guarantee, we've always been here to help you get there. Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. Mike Ratchman here, Dave Robertson. You know, we were talking about this at the very beginning of the show, and actually in our introduction, we have a special guest, Doug DeBerry. He's the creator of the REAPER putter. And the REAPER putter, Doug, welcome to the show, by the way. It's I'm glad you could spend a few minutes with us.
Well, thanks for the invite. And congratulations on y'all making your anniversary. It's a long time to spend working with the same people.
Yeah. Well, actually, Dave and I have been together longer than 3 of his marriages.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's kind of like he's like a fishing license. We just renew, catch and release every year. Only got to see him once a week, man. That is like a marriage made in heaven.
Hey, what you got in the koozie?
Well, my koozie, I've got a drink.
How about you, Doug? What are you drinking? Are you
I'm
joining
just
us for
drinking water.
Okay.
I mean, I'm saving myself for after this because I didn't want to be the.
Yeah, see?
I'm
Yeah,
starting right now. This is
When
what
you
I
think
used
you're
to talk
charming
about.
and you're really not.
Well, Doug, you gotta remember, after he did his video, it's death by 1,000 putts, if you know what I'm saying. So
Hey, Doug, I want to thank you for spending some time with us tonight. And I also want to thank you for sending me a putter.
You're welcome.
yes, thank you.
I've got to admit, when I first got it, and of course, Pat Wheeler couldn't say enough good things about it. He said, Mike, he said, I sunk a 70-foot putt the other day with the damn thing. And he says, I'm making these 5 and 6 footers. And I goes, okay. I said, send a picture of me. Let me find out what it's like. And he said, nope, Doug's going to send you and Dave a putter, and I goes, okay, well, I'll try it. I pulled it out, and I was like, how do I stand with this thing? It took me a while to kind of get the visual on it, but I gotta say this is something that was really unique, and I want to get into the putting part of it first. I mean, right after this, but I gotta ask you this: what gave you this idea? Because there's a lot of putters out there, not like that.
Yeah, so that's a pretty popular question. Everybody wants to
I
know.
figured it would be.
Yeah. Uh, the I was with my wife. She drug me to an antique store, and we saw this toe mount. I've got it. In fact, I have all kinds of, and it looked like that.
That's the one at the antique store.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just kind of bought it as a joke, and oh, this would be great during scrambles and stuff like that. And used it. I don't know. I had it for almost 10 years probably. And then I decided I would try to use it. And then this is a pretty good putter. And then, so the real idea, I keep telling everybody, well, it's because we had too much beer one Saturday night and decided,
No.
hey, maybe we could sell one of these. And then that's when we perimeter weighted it and made it where it had a ball getter and just made it a little heavier. And I think a much better putter than this one. But yeah, it just looks weird and feels good. When you put it in your hand, it's crazy.
Well, it doesn't really look weird. You just got to get used to it. It's like if you don't like the change, then you might not like the irrelevance, right? Because it does
Yeah.
putt pretty smooth. And I haven't made my video yet because next week I'm going to be up in Frisco, Texas.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to stop by the PGA headquarters, and I think I'm going to make one out on their putting green and do it there. So that's why my video hasn't come out. I was like, I'm going to wait for the right moment. So next week in Frisco, I'll unleash the Reaper. Oh my God, it's going to be unleash the Reaper. Sounds like a death march.
So
That's how it's, we held it up one time because we were thinking something bass backwards too. I held it up and I was like, well, that kind of looks like the scythe that the Grim Reaper uses. And that's kind of what stuck.
okay, but when did you decide? You go through this idea, you come up, and of course, the beer drinking does bring up some great ideas most of the time. So,
If you can remember them the next day. Yeah.
that's why you always got to have a pen and paper around to write it down. So you get up the next morning and go, I think this would be something that I think golfers would really catch on to. I love the name. And when did you go to your wife and say, honey, I got this idea. I think you're going to like this?
Oh yeah, probably might have been that night. And I'm sure she blew me off. Like, yeah, another one of your ideas, whatever. But, from there, it was going and cutting it out of a piece of wood just to get the idea if this would work. And that one got destroyed. And then we went and made one out of brass. I think I still got it here, but I couldn't machine it. Look, let me get a little higher. I couldn't machine it, so I had to cut it out of two separate pieces and glue it together. But it was way too light. So you notice it's got about, 3/4 inch of lead tape across the bottom, and it's still too light. And then you had to go through this process of not knowing what you're doing, finding a machinist, I even bought a CNC lathe, a little tabletop CNC lathe, and tried to teach myself how to do 3D CAD. I'm telling you, it's hard. But you could make them out of aluminum. It didn't have any coolant, so something's wrong with my camera. But you didn't have any coolant, so you can make them out of aluminum. You can make them out of wax, and that's we started doing it. Well, the guy that I bought the tabletop CNC from, he offered to do the prototypes for me, and so he just took over from there. And now he does all the machine work for us. But it's been along between trademarks and patent lawyers and LLCs, and oh my gosh, it's been quite the learning experience. But
Well, it looks fine. Once you get over the initial, the shaft is not towards you, and I mean, it rolls pretty smooth. It's kind of funny because there was a gentleman, my son's godfather, who he looked, I can't make a putt with this. And so he picked it up, and the first putt he did, he actually made it over at Landa Park. And I said, it's going in your bag. And he had just bought a brand new Scott. And that's like,
Yeah.
and he goes, well, it does roll okay, but it was light. So what I ended up doing is taking your ball marker and some tape, and I taped it on there to make it a little heavier.
Did you get the heavy one or the light one?
Well, the grip made it a little bit lighter. This might be the heavy one.
Well, what happens is we made the face a little wider.
Okay.
So one of you had the wider face, and one of you had the more narrow face.
Okay, I've got this one.
Yeah, you got to look at it from the top.
Oh, okay.
Let's see it.
Let's see. Let's look at it from the top. We can do. Hold on. Let me get into my camera here. There's the top.
You have the heavy one, Dave.
Okay, so what I did is I put a little piece of tape with your ball marker on it. And it weighted it just a little bit more because I didn't have any lead tape at the time because I like a heavier putter. And I mean, it still rolled pretty smooth. So that's kudos for that, for having a design like that. And, but people like uniqueness. And I mean, come on, look at the lab putter. That thing looks like Space Odyssey,
Yeah.
But if it rolls in the hole, nobody cares because you're collecting cash. That's the bottom line.
No doubt.
Well, when I was putting with it, I was out at Willow Springs. I played with, I don't know if you know Art Strickland. He's an international writer. And he called me up and he says, hey, man, he says, can you play 9 holes with me? And I didn't play all 9, but I told him, and I said, yeah. And I says, I got something special I want you to try while you're out there. And he's played all over the world. And so I put it in his hand. And he looked at it and he goes, Ratch, what am I supposed to do with this? And I'm toying with him a little bit. Now, this is the honest to God truth. We got a video that Johnny's going to run. And so he's off the green. He's probably got a 60-foot putt going uphill. Yep. And he hits the putt. And I'm watching it. It kept going. It got within about 3 foot. And you know something? I noticed that when I was putting, it's really not making it all the time. It's a good lag putter. I mean, one thing I always practice that 3-foot putt. What did Byron Nelson say? Putt 50 balls from 3 feet out. And after you're done with that, take that same 50 balls and putt another 3 feet. So my whole deal, if I can get it within 3 feet, I feel pretty comfortable about putting. Well, man, I was 2-putting like all day long, as long as I was playing. But what was really cool, I dropped the putter head down, or the putter cover down, and it just fell like this, the Reaper. And it laid right next to almost my putt, which is a 15-footer, and I sunk it. And 2 other guys that I was playing with said, Mike, you've been putting pretty damn good with that thing. And there's something about it. And what I think I like about it? First of all, the grip. I love the grip.
The grip is awesome.
The grip is amazing, but when you put the putter down, it looks at you straight up. It doesn't allow you to come way over. Doesn't allow you to come way back. It is level to the bone, and that's something special. And I'm sure you took that into effect.
Well, somehow I think we got lucky.
Okay, maybe not.
We didn't go, hey, look at that advantage we didn't know we were going to get. But it puts the ball 3 inches closer to you. So now your eyes are over it more. I notice, you're going to use it a little bit shorter than you would a normal putter because it's closer to you. But you kind of have more of a pendulum swing. I notice, on long putts, you'll drag your putter, because your brain has to do that triangulation thing, and it doesn't really have to do that because you're right over the top of it. And I don't know what the science is behind lagging it better, but me and all my sons are like, I don't know why I lag it better, but lot less 3-putts, because that first long putt, you get it close.
Right. And that worked for me. You can meet
Have
2
two
putts all
different
day long.
styles,
I'm
right?
happy.
What's
You
that?
have a couple. You got two different. You have the stainless steel head and the brass head, which we have.
Correct. Yeah. Now the stainless steel only comes in the 335 gram.
The standard one.
Yeah, it just doesn't weigh as much as the brass.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's only 20 grams difference anyway, because the heavy one that I have is 355.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's your biggest seller, Doug?
I don't know. It's crazy how he'll just sell nothing but the heavies, and then next thing you know, you're selling nothing. You won't sell a left-handed for 3 weeks, and then you'll sell 4 of them in the same week. I'm like, it makes no sense. I have not figured out that at all.
When has anything in golf made sense? Everything's backwards. Lower
Yeah,
score is
you got that
better.
right.
You swing left, it goes right. You swing right, it goes. There's no sense in golf.
No,
I don't
absolutely.
even know why they call it the fairway, because you could be in the middle of the fairway and be in the middle of a divot. That's no fair. I mean, come on.
So where does it, let me ask you this. Have you been to the PGA show yet?
Yes, we went 2025.
Okay.
We didn't have a booth. We just wanted to go check it all out. But
Oh, okay. So I was just trying to see, what reaction, what's the biggest reaction that people do get when they grab a hold of it? I mean, what's the number one they come up and go, what? Or what is it?
oh yeah, what's the advantage of this? But the best part was when and the same thing I did in the antique store was you lay it down and you got it pointing to the ceiling. and a lot of people were doing that at the golf show. It was great. Like, yeah, turn it over.
Yeah, because they're so used to seeing it in the opposite direction. And so, like I said, once you get used to how you're supposed to do it, and with a purchase of that, you do have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because we don't have the brick and mortar store for someone to come practice with it. So, we're willing to let them try it for 30 days, and if they don't like it, send it back. We'll give them their money back.
Look at there, made and milled in Texas, 30-day satisfaction guaranteed, folks. Y'all need to go on to reapergolf.com. You need to check this putter out. And Ratchman's going to be posting a few videos, and then I'll get mine in as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. So where does it go from here, Doug? I mean, are you seeing sales starting to trickle in?
2026 has been great. 2025 was slow. I don't know what happened. I think just the economy, but our little analysis thing saying sales are up 333%.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've been really busy this year. It's been great. I think maybe just we've been around for 2 years now. More and more people are seeing it, and they're seeing it more often. And so, kind of that reminder that, oh yeah, I saw that. We saw that a lot at the golf show. They would come up and go, hey, I've seen that. And some of it was like Big John. I don't know if y'all followed Big John or watch any of his stuff, but everybody knows, all the young people know Big John. So when they see the putter, it's like, hey, that's Big John putter. Yeah.
Now,
So the ultimate question everybody's going to ask, is it legal with the United States Golf Association?
It is. Every one of them conform to the rules of golf. So the stainless and both brass, both do. And if they needed a copy of the certificate for a tournament or something, we could certainly provide that.
How would you like to see somebody pick up the putter on the tour?
Oh my gosh, it'd be, especially if you had a great day, right?
Yeah.
It's going to have to be that guy that's just reaching for straws and he doesn't have a big major contract. And I'll try this and see what happens.
Could you imagine Jim Nantz making a call and he buried another putt? Oh yeah, because I have the Reaper. I mean,
oh yeah, the marketing beyond that would be just amazing. I mean, all it takes is that one. So hey, now I heard rumors. Now I don't know if this is true or not, but did Johnny Miller and Doug
Gene.
Don January, Did they use those kind of putters back then?
Yeah, they actually used the Bass Ackwards one, and
No kidding.
you can kind of tell from the top of it. But when you look at this one from the top, see the shaft?
Yeah.
It's really odd because the ball's sitting under the shaft. It just freaks me out. But when you putt with it, it feels just like the Reaper putter. It's very smooth, rolls it really good. But Johnny Miller, he played, I think, U.S. Open in '83, I believe, with it. They said some guy on, he was introducing it like one of these retro guys. He said they sold 250,000 of them. I'm like,
Holy.
yeah, it's odd. I got like 6 of them. If I
I'm
owned
telling you, it
somebody,
looks
I'd buy
odd.
them.
When you first held that up, it looked like one of my teammates wrapping it around a pole, man. That did not,
Yeah, it's very, very odd. I mean, ours has the straight shaft and just, cleans
yes,
all
and I
that
like
up.
that. I like the way because it's straight down, and,
Yeah,
and
helps
that,
you line up your face with the shaft, so you lose that open face putt where you walk up and push everything to the right.
Yeah, no, that's the first thing I noticed when I laid it down. It just laid right there. And it was like, okay, now putt me. And it was easy on my eyes. As soon as I seen it when I pulled it out, I looked and I was like, okay, now what am I supposed to do with this? But when I laid it down, I got a putting green in the backyard. So when I laid it down, I said, okay, I'm going out to the green. I said, honey, I'll be back in about an hour. And I started putting, and I'm dropping these 3 and 4 footers. And I kept doing this. My neighbor was watching me. I'd make a putt, and then I'd go, "The hell is this? And then you start taking a peek at it. And I stayed out there for an hour, and I'm dropping them like crazy. And I goes, okay. And I didn't have time to go out that weekend to use it, but this last week I did. And I think you got something special there, Doug. I really
Well, I
do.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
We do have this coming out fairly soon. I don't know if you can see it, but
Yeah. Let me see what that is.
it's the hickory shafted one.
Oh my God.
So it's going to have a leather
ah,
grip, hickory shaft. It's going to have a copper insert in it, and so it'll be stainless. This one we made out of carbon steel, and we blued it like a shotgun. The problem is it's rust like a shotgun, so we said,
no,
all
that brings the
right,
old
let's go with
timey into
stainless.
it. That makes it look good, like the old trusty rusty wedges. No,
Yeah,
that's
no,
good
I think that's
right
cool, right?
You like the rusty one? Yeah,
there.
It
Yeah.
looks
that's
it
hopefully
looks
that's
more
coming out.
antiquish. To me, it looks more antiquish when you got that kind of look.
Well, yeah, it does. You got to keep it oiled down, that's for sure.
Okay, so if someone's interested, Doug, in purchasing, what's the price tag? Are there difference on the brass and the silver?
Yeah, the stainless, and actually the stainless is going to have to go up because the price of stainless has gone up. The
Yeah.
machine takes about an hour longer, and the bit that he uses for it only makes like 40 putters, and he has to replace it, and it's about $100 for that bit. But so they're going to be at 275 for a stainless one, and then the others will be about 260. They're 255 now for the brass. And
Okay.
then that comes with head cover, towel, koozie, 30-day guarantee.
Wow, awesome.
Also comes with a nice. This thing is good, man. I got to use it. It comes out pretty damn quick too. You could use this if you were in a pinch.
Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
Yeah, you did.
I don't ever make divots, so I don't even need those.
well, unfortunately, I do sometimes. Sometimes I even get the spin on the ball, and I don't even know how that's done. So, if someone's interested, Doug, where do they have to go to check out your website?
Reaper
Or
Golf,
can they call you too? Or
just go reapergolf.com and you get to build it yourself. So you can either have the black shaft, the silver shaft, the brass heavy, the brass light, the stainless steel head. We have the Harlequin, the checkerboard,
okay,
and we have the solid black. So you get to pick it, and then you give us your height, and we'll cut it to size. And that's one thing I've really noticed. we're selling a lot to tall people. They're
Really?
like, yes, maybe because, when they go to academy, everything's too small, but you're seeing them, 6 foot, 6'2", 6'2" to larger. And, I'm buying the shafts at 37 inches. So I have to cut down every single shaft, but I wanted to make sure I had the long ones. And so, yeah, if you're shacked, I might could fit you.
There you go.
Hey, folks, check it out. I tell you what, I got mine. Go get yours. Don't be a deadhead. At least check it out and find out what Doug's got going on. I think you got something really unique, totally different from anybody else that I have seen out there. And I think that's why when you take it on the golf course, you get to talk. You get the eyeballs, and I got it immediately when I put it down on the putting green. Like, what the hell is it? Can I take a putt? And even two guys that we were playing with never met him before and said, "You don't mind if I try that, do you?" And
Nice. Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
yeah, so and folks, this is a real nice article in the Texas Golf Insider. You can get that digitally too by going to the texasgolfinsider.com or just pick up one of the magazines. They're all being distributed right now. They should be in the marketplace by the 10th or the 11th. I think everybody will have their magazines. Hey, Doug, don't be a stranger, man. I'd like to see how you continue working with this. And I'd like to see any new models that come on out, and maybe get
Sure.
you back on once you get the hickory stick figured out. I would like to get you back on and see what they look like.
I appreciate it. Absolutely. Anytime.
Yeah, Doug, can they call you at all too if they're interested in doing any putting? Buying
Yeah.
one of their putters.
A little hard to find our phone number, but probably the easiest way is, when you're there, it says contact us. It sends an email straight to me and straight to my phone, and I try to make sure I'm, there. And if they'll give me their number, I'll call them right back.
Okay.
But I may be in a meeting or something. I still have a job. I don't know about you guys. Those jobs are way overrated, man.
Yeah, they are just over broke. Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Doug. Hey, buddy, appreciate you coming on in, man. Have a great rest of your week, and keep us posted how things are going.
All right. Thank you so much.
All
You
right.
bet. Hey, folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we got Pat Wheeler going to get his experience that he had with the Reaper putter. And plus, he's got a new article that's coming out in the magazine. He was on a Mississippi trip, and he wants to talk all about that. So if you haven't got yourself a cold one yet, there's still time to do it. Golf After Hours. We'll be right back.
Centrally located in the Texas Hill Country between San Antonio and Austin, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Opened in 2007, Valor Creek has been awarded high rankings on several platforms every year due to great course conditions, a challenging layout, and a relaxed atmosphere with a friendly staff. Book your tee times now by calling 830-833-0706 or visit our website at www.vcgc.golf.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comel River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
At Paragon Casino Resort, the possibilities are endless when you play your way. Imagine your perfect getaway, the kind with non-stop thrills, your favorite entertainment, and a world of luxury. With everything you could possibly want, all at one place. You want it all? Stop imagining it and come get it. Only at Paragon Casino Resort in nearby Marksville. Come see the way Louisiana plays.
Texas's best kept secret, award-winning golf just south of Houston. The Wilderness Golf Club at Lake Jackson has established itself as one of the top 5 places to play in Texas. A majestic piece of pristine property, complete with 18 holes of naturally rolling terrain, nestled in the wetlands area of Lake Jackson. With the small town atmosphere and the big city accommodations, the Wilderness is a must-play experience. Book your tee time at thewildernessgc.com.
Are we back? Hey, Golf
We're
After
back.
Hours, how are you out there?
Oh my
My
God.
name's Mike Ratchman, that's Dave Roberts, and we got the man in North Texas, Pat Wheeler, with us. Pat, what's going on, buddy?
Well, I'm trying to get this thing situated where you can see Ben Hogan up top there on my bookcase.
I see him.
Oh, I see.
And I've got my article about the first time I went to the Masters up there in 1988. So I'm trying to get my aesthetics down a little better for you guys.
Well, you know what
Oh,
you
you're
gotta
one
looking
do?
show I
great.
was in the dark. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
move
you're looking
those
great.
move
You don't
those
look like a
books
day over
behind.
50.
Move those books
See if you
behind.
can see Hogan up there. Wait. No.
Have I been drinking or is that camera moving?
I don't know, but I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
You know, I did a story. I've got to tell you guys this. I did a story about Hugh Carpenter. They had the Texas State Junior up here last week. And I did another story and I said 21st century junior golf is not like 20th century. These kids hit it so far. Well, you know, Ty, they hit it so far. They hit it laser shots. And, you know, when we were growing up, it was just chipping and putting, man, to break 80, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, Hugh Carpenter lived in Tyler, and he won the first state junior in 1927 at Willow Springs. And then they moved to Brack Park. And I Googled him, or I went on newspaper.com. He qualified for the 31 U.S. Open at Inverness Club in Toledo, Ohio. He was the third. He got the third spot. He beat Jack Burke Sr. in a playoff to get the third spot. This is in 1931. And he dusted Ben Hogan and he dusted Byron Nelson that day. He shot 151. Hogan shot 165. And Byron Nelson shot 80 and picked it up, which goes to show you golf is a difficult game, but you can get better, as obviously Hogan and Nelson did get a lot better. And they went on to win all these tournaments and become legends in golf. But isn't that amazing?
You know, when you think about all the history, when you said the Inverness, I
Yes.
had played out there
Okay.
before. And let me tell you, you want to talk now, not back in 1935, I didn't, but it
No,
was
it was
back-
36. Yeah, yeah.
it was like in the mid 70s when I was out there, and it was such a cool place. They even had one of the opens there, I think. U.S. Open was played there one time, or the PGA Championship. It was a hard course. It was a very hard course, but the history of it all, and it's so much fun to sit and listen to some of those stories. You know, are talking here just a little bit ago about how it all started at Willow Springs Golf Course.
Yeah. And I'll say another thing, Mike, those greens look really good out there at Willow Springs when you and Art were putting those putts.
I'll tell you what, they were an amazing shape. I mean, it really was. Now, I got to ask you this because we got to get this out.
Okay.
You were on a trip. You went to Mississippi,
Oh.
and I think you were more blown away that Mississippi has those kind of golf courses that were out there.
Well, Mississippi is a cool state. Natchez is a great town. I'm gonna tell you, it's on a bluff overlooking the Mississippi River. It was not blown up in the Civil War. They got all the old houses and churches there. You can get right down on the river. Lindsay Gilbert, the head of the tourism, she said, we get people over here from New Zealand, all over the world. Mike, what do they come over for? Not the golf course. They may play golf while they're there and be pleasantly surprised, as I was, at how good the local golf course is there in Natchez. But they come to see the Blues Highway. They come to
Yes.
see the truly American music. Blues music was birthed there on Highway 61 in Mississippi. It's just cool. It was great. I'm gonna tell you something. That Mississippi River is pretty wide,
Oh,
about
Yes,
a mile
it
wide.
is.
And I asked the pro there, "You think Deschambault could carry this thing?" And he looked at me like, I'd flown in from Mars, and it was a stupid question. But you get my drift, man. I mean, like, I wanted to hit a golf ball into the Mississippi, but I really didn't think it'd be the appropriate time to do that. But that is the what? That's the super highway of America, the Mississippi River.
yeah.
Mark Twain, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's I loved it. Then we went over to Dancing Rabbit, and it's very similar to Augusta, the hills, the trees, the azaleas, the whole 9 yards. So it was a great trip. I'm so glad you allowed me to go there, Mike. That was nice. I really, really enjoyed it.
Well, I've been there before, and I know you like music, and I didn't know if you got to see the music museum at the university. I did take that tour, and it took four people to drag me out of there, man. It was just some of the history there, like you were talking about music. And I went to some underground music places that most people would be afraid to go to. And it's amazing what kind of music comes out of some of those people that are playing. And you get three or four guys together and you're just like in la la land. Where did they get these sounds? I've seen guys stretch their hands and find a chord I never heard before. And it was just fun to be there. I'm glad you enjoyed Mississippi. Hey, folks, if you want to read more about it, too, you can pick it up in the Texas Gulf Insider magazine. Or tomorrow you'll be able to go on website and get it at texasgolfinsider.com. Pat, you did a really nice job.
I'm excited about seeing this issue because we've got the Mississippi, we've got Doug DeBerry, like you said, what a great guy. And let me tell you something about the old Bass Ackward putter that this is modeled. He refined it, made it better. There are two guys that used that on the tour back in the day, and their names were Gene Littler and Johnny Miller. And those are
Oh,
two
Gene Littler.
golfers,
Okay.
man. These weren't fly by night dudes. These were great, great golfers. And the immediate thing you see, and I know Dave, you saw this, you're up over the ball. You're not looking at it, you're on top of it. And I think it helps you line it up better. So that's in there. And then we don't have time for me to get into the Oklahoma trip. I mean, that, just up the road. I love
Hey, we're going to
Fountainhead. I
get
can't
them.
wait till she's on. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get you and her on because you made that trip.
Yeah.
And so we got some exciting stories that are
Yeah.
in the Texas Gulf Insider this month or this quarter for our summer fall
Yeah.
issue.
Yeah. Yeah. And I hear Dave's heading my way next week. So
Yep.
hopefully we could maybe meet up and hit a few
I'll call
putts,
you.
whatever.
I will call you.
Okay.
Taking
Okay.
care of some business up there and getting ready for the 2027 PGA Championship. That's exciting. So that's going to be fun.
I will make a public service announcement about the PGA tournament coming there next year. You might ought to jump in there and get those tickets. They're already $300 for a daily grounds pass. So it's 2027. That's the pricing points right now. But it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes. Thankfully, it's in May, Dave, and not
because if it's this
August.
time of the year, or if it was like when the PGA Championship used to be in August all the time, that's some sweltering heat up there around the Dallas, Fort Worth, Frisco, Plano. I could just call all the names of that place up there. Yeah, it's it can be hot with a double T.
Well, May should be tolerable, but when Jack Nicklaus won the 1963 PGA at Dallas Athletic Club, he had to get a towel to pick up the Wanamaker. It was so that they had set that thing outside, it would have burned his hands. So he had to take a towel and pick it up. So yeah, it's going to be good. And well, you've been up there. That's another public service. That whole scheme out there is amazing.
It is.
The giant dance floor putting green. I had dessert the other night at the Ryder Cup Grill overlooking the course. Fantastic place to go, have a meal or what have you. They've done a great job with that. Of course, we're partners with the North Texas and South Texas PGA, and I know we've got some stuff about the Hall of Fame in this new issue coming out too, Mike.
Yep, there's some
The new
really good
members.
articles in there. STP or South Texas PGA had made some of their selections, got some of their champions in there as well. If you're thinking about going on a Jamaican trip, we got the Trial Club that you can go to. And I'll tell you what, I think will be my next trip.
I think I want to go down there. I really do. That whole thing looks pretty enticing to me. That'd be a great place to relax, play a little golf, talk about the good times. That kind.
Well, and we're going to have one of the head professionals or director of golf is going to be coming on our show here at the end of the month.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to catching up with him. And so a lot of good things going on. Hey, buddy, we got ourselves just about a minute or two. Give your explanation of how you felt about the Reaper putter, because you're the one who got me and Dave involved in this.
Well, it looks kind of weird and everything, but, you get up over the ball. People were coming out of the grill. They wanted to look at it. I putted well with it. And I'll tell you what, I've played with it a lot. I think I'm better on the 3, 4, 5 footers with it than I am with a regular putter. I think it helps you line up better. And he goes into that in some of his science about it, being a little closer to you.
Right.
And of course, I told the great Homero Blancas about it, and Homero's very hard on me, as you may well know. And he said, "Well, Pat, as much as you pull your putts, that might be a real good putter for you." Thank you, Homero.
Thank you.
Period.
Well, I look at it this way: it might look unorthodox, but the look of the money that my playing partners will be giving me when they lose those Nassaus, that will, hey, that color looks really good.
You made a good point that you said, well, look at the lab putter. Look at the putter that Wyndham Clark won the U.S. Open with. Did you know that's the first time in 30 years a ping putter has won a major? And they owned the putter market 40 years ago. But Odyssey came in. But that, offset means the blade is behind the shaft. Onset means the face is in front of the shaft. And it looks kind of weird if you're not used to that. But
I like
Clark
it.
used it. Yeah. And what's his name? I picked him this week because he's my highest rated player, JJ Spawn. He won the U.S. Open last year with the lab putter, and he's won the Valero with it. It's
whatever it gets it in the hole.
Yeah.
It's not how, it's how many, right?
Well,
hey, Pat, we're up against the clock. I'm sorry we didn't get to you any sooner. We got to talking to Doug, and the time got away from us a little bit because there's so much to know. Hey, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Hey, folks, you can stick around here too, Pat, because we're just going to sign right off here. And because I think we're taking up a little bit more time than what we thought we were going to do. Hey, folks, listen, I want to thank everybody for watching us every week. I sure do appreciate you sharing it with all your friends. And soon to be, you need to know this, we're on Spotify now and on iHeart, and soon to have our own station on YouTube. I think that's the way to go. We got all the numbers lined up. So I think it's going to be a big move for Golf After Hours. And we'll keep you posted on that. So keep sharing and telling everybody about it. And as long as you guys keep doing that stuff every week, Dave and I'll be back every Wednesday night talking the same old every week. So that kind of wraps it for us. I want to thank Doug DeBerry for joining us tonight, Pat Wheeler, Johnny J, who fires up this, cranks up this show every Wednesday night. Johnny G with GA Media, and my running partner for 20 years, Dave Roberts. Hey, that's going to do it for us. We'll be back next week. Until then, rain or shine.
Book your tea time.
Have a great week, everybody. Cheers.
The reckoning
See you next week. Reaper.